Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This is DouglasCountyDigest.com. We're here at our very first game of the season, Friday night, between the Tuscola Warriors and the Sullivan Okaw Valley Redskins. My name is Luke Johnson. I'm standing up here with Mr. Mark Maxey, and we'll be going through this game with you.
Yep, it's the opening game of the year for the Tuscola Warriors and the Sullivan Redskins. Is it It is still called Sullivan, right? It's not. Yep. It's not anything different than that. It's Sullivan Redskins, and I tell you, opening day, there's always a lot of emotions out there on the field. As far as the seniors go, they're looking at their last opening time. They're gonna start a season. So they want to produce their senior year. Then you got the underclassmen that are probably suiting up for the first time. And they never experienced running down through that tunnel that you see out there. And they got Our House Warrior football out there. They're gonna get the bus through here in a minute. And they never done that. You got the team coming off of a subpar year last year. First time in 18 years we didn't make the playoffs. So Coach Reinhardt's got some butterflies in his stomach. He wants to see it. He wants to see this team really show something. So you got all those emotions. Here they come. Nobody tripped last year opening. Oh, is somebody down? Nope. Nobody's down. Good. Last year we had a guy doing a roll down out there on the 50, so that's a good deal.
Successful so far.
Successful so far. The black and blue balloons are letting loose in the air. Actually, it's a pretty good turnout. When I left my house at 6:30, it was 88 degrees. So it's still pretty warm out here. I think the temperature's dropped now. As soon as that sun gets down over the trees, it's gonna get pretty good. But weather like this, you look for fatigue. You look for the cramps. That's probably going to be a factor in the game to see which team comes down with those kind of problems. Hopefully neither team will, but usually you do see it in this kind of weather, Yeah,
and with all the energy and excitement, injuries may be a little bit more anticipated.
And I tell you what, just taking a look at Sullivan's team right now, they look like they got some pretty good horses on their team. Guys are looking pretty solid out there. Like we said, Tuscola has come off a down year last year, so they're wanting to produce this year. Nick Bates, of course, is their quarterback. Is a sophomore this year, thrown in the mix early on last year. He's looking to come out as a sophomore. He's gained a lot of experience last year, getting tossed out there as a freshman in the Okaw. I tell you what, that's a baptism by fire right there.
It's amazing what you learn when you get thrown to the wolves.
You're not kidding. Me and you both played out there before, so we know what that's like.
Yep.
And he handled it pretty good. So I'm looking for him to really show some maturity over. I'm looking at him throw the ball over there right now to Coach Shelmadine, who's a specialty coach for the Warriors. And I tell you what, man, he's got some zip on the ball. He can throw a baseball too. Coach Hole in baseball is pretty impressed with how this kid plays baseball too. So he's just a stud. But anyway, we're about ready to get this kickoff on the way and see how things go for the Warriors early on in this season.
I think both teams are they finished in the middle of the pack, maybe to the lower end of both conferences, the blue and the black last year. I think both of them, this is a statement game First game of the season, you want to come out and you want to say, hey, we're not just going to roll over and let last year catch up with us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think number 15, Austin Martins, to kick off for the Warriors. And it's a little pooch kick off to the right and out of bounds. We'll draw the first flag of the season.
Out of bounds, looks like at about the 27, Luke. So automatic flag comes out. I think that ball might go back at, where does it go, to the 40?
40. Is it a 15-yard penalty now, or?
I think, well, let's see here. Let's see where they're going to mark this at. We'll see here. It's out of bounds at the 27. And it's a 5-yard, looks like a 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty. All right. Sullivan's offense is on the field. They're spread.
Or they might have called it out at the 25, and then they might have marked it a 10-yard penalty. 10-yard penalty from where it was out. I think they marked it at the 20. So here we go.
In the spread shotgun with Nick Frericks. Number 7 is the quarterback. And some shifty motion going on. Moving everybody around. Bringing everybody back in. Handoff to the back. Gains about 3 or 4 yards there. Handoff was to number 27, Jake Eaton.
Well, he got his first touch of the season, and I tell you what, the Warriors swarmed to that ball pretty good. That's what you like to see, you know. You got some stud linebackers out there that'll be probably handling a lot of that tackling duty this year. You've got Austin Benich in the middle, and then you got Cole Evans. Looks like he's stacked in the middle with him. You got Nick Bates out there on the other side.
Split out and shotgun again. Throws a little screen pass out to the right for a loss of 2, it looks like.
Yeah, that guy started out in the slot, did a little curl in. Warriors were all over that play.
And Tuscola's, their defense has been known for their speed, not really their size. At least since I can remember, it's always been speed, 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 get to the ball as quick as you can. Not necessarily out-muscling everybody, but their quickness and athleticism just takes over. And here we go, 3rd down and about 11 it looks like. Spread out again. Shotgun with Frericks, QB. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right. Far side of the field, pass down the field, incomplete.
Incomplete, good coverage by Nick Bates. He was all over his man. He had to basically throw it in the dirt to try to get some to get a reception there, and came up a little bit short. Looks like we'll have our first punt of the year.
Good job for the Warriors. First series is 4 and out for Sullivan. And looks like number 4, Tristan Williams, and number 87, Josh Knight, will be returning for the Warriors in this punt.
Tristan Williams, I guess, is a pretty good speedster is what I hear. He's got some pretty good speed. We'll see if they try to keep it away from him. And they don't. They kick it to his side.
Picks it up off the ground, runs for 4 or 5 yards. Gets taken down.
Taken down by number 81, Dylan Hart, a junior, 5'11", 150-pound deep back for the Redskins.
The Warriors will take over 1st and 10. Dylan Hart gets credit for it in Sullivan County.
And number 10, Nick Bates, is the QB for Tuscola.
Yep, like I said earlier, Luke, we're gonna see a lot out of Nick Bates. He'll probably they run what they call a gun and run. It's a spread offense, so you'll see him in the shotgun a lot. I'm sure Nick Bates will, if he doesn't see anything, you're going to see him taking off. You got Cole Evans, who's a pretty hard-hitting running back there in the backfield, and I believe Cole is a junior.
Snap in the game is a draw up the middle. Decent run there.
Yep, 2 Cole Evans. Probably testing the line a little bit, you know, see what they got.
Trying to get a feel for the other team and how they're going to react.
Yep.
A no huddle here for Tuscola, which has also been a theme for them for the last umpteen years. They don't huddle very often, if ever. Snap to draw up the middle. Nick Bates hands off again.
Little bit of a high snap, but he hauled it in and got it down quick enough to give it to Cole Evans, and that is really close to a 1st down. Looks like we're probably about a half a yard short.
3rd and about half a yard. And
Brought down by Joe Jeffers. It's 3rd and 1 for the Warriors.
Get Josh Knight out here to our side. The other side, I'm sure, is
and it's QB keeper. He's going to have the 1st down, it looks like, from here. Excellent read.
Yeah, I think you'll see that a lot. Short yard, you know, 3rd and short, 2nd and short. They're just going to snap the ball to Nick and say, get the 1st down.
I remember watching him last year in basketball. Nick Bates, number 10, he's pretty quick.
And you know, looking
floor.
at him right now out there on the field compared to how he looked last year, he looks a lot more composed. Of course he will. And he's grown. He's grown up some.
Snap bobbled a little. Keeps it himself. Nick Bates for another 2 or 3 yards there.
I think he got away with a little forward motion on that. Before that ball actually got to him, he'd taken off. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the couple of the Sullivan people were yelling at, coaches were yelling at it down here, so we'll see if he gets away with that one again. Picked up 2 yards on that carry.
So it's a 2nd and 8 here as Cole Evans moves over. It's a handoff to Cole Evans up the middle, and Sullivan stuffs it in the backfield.
Well, Sullivan got something to cheer about on that play.
They had that one time pretty well.
Yeah, I think it probably was just about a push right there.
Good news is he didn't lose very much, if any.
So we got trips to the right here. We got, looks like Knight, and then you got Tristan Williams, and you got Martin. Ball's on the ground. Looked like another high snap.
Yeah, another bobbled snap.
Yeah.
Sullivan recovers.
Yeah, center's just kind of got to get that snap down a little bit. He kind of tossed that one up a little bit high again.
And not exactly the turnouts they're probably wishing for their first series, Tuscola or Sullivan for that matter. A 4 and out for Sullivan and then a turnover for Tuscola. You never want to see early turnovers, especially to start the season. But like you said before, everybody's shaking off some rust. They're excited to be out here. It's the first game. It's an important game. You want to get one win under your belt right away. And Sullivan comes out in split formation again. 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Back in the backfield. And their quarterback, Frericks, is in the shotgun. And it's a handoff up the middle to number 27, Jake Eaton, for again 2 yards.
I think the intent there was to show quads. They had 2 receivers on each side and made it look like it was going to be a pass, and they tried to get a quick handoff, and Nick Bates stepped right up there and stuffed it. Very good play by the sophomore.
The defensives look impressive so far. Forcing a turnover and a 4 and out.
Yep. Here's pass play. That little swing.
A swing pass out to the left for a gain of about, looks about 5 or 6 yards. It'll be a 3rd and 4.
You know, Tuscola didn't even show pass yet, and every pass for Sullivan so far has just been that little pass to either the wide out swinging in or a slot back kind of stepping back. Doesn't look like they're really wanting to get too aggressive with the downfield passing yet. Sullivan did try the one on 3rd down that went incomplete.
And passing like that out to the sides is more of like a run than it is a pass, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We got quads again.
Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Good defense there by number 7 for Tuscola, Tyler Hale.
Yeah, I tell you what, you know, Tuscola will occasionally, their deep backs will not watch the ball, and they'll turn their backs, and that's exactly what happened there. And actually, he didn't even know that ball was really in the air.
Right.
And he basically just ran in the way of the pass, and it hit him in the back of his head or back of his shoulder pads. So, you know, and the guy was wide open. So if it wasn't for that dead duck that quarterback served up, I think that might have been a score right there.
Oh, sniffed out in the backfield. A handoff right up the middle, stuffed by Tuscola.
The quarterback got away with a couple steps to the ball, too, before it got to him. They're not calling that.
And when, as a quarterback, when you see you're throwing a pass and you see a defender with his back to you, do your eyes light up for that? Because he's not even paying attention, and your receiver sees you, and you see the receiver. It's just a toss over. It was not the greatest throw, but, I mean, when you see that, you just got to get excited because that means your receiver is going to be open. Especially when your receiver's about 3 yards beyond the defender, which that guy was. But he, like I said, he kind of served up a little dead duck wobbler there, and it just didn't get the distance that he was looking for, and it hit Tristan, or who was that, number 7? Tyler Hale in the back. So they got away with one there. You know, when we played, I played deep back, and we never were taught that. We were always backpedaling and keeping your eye on the ball and watching your receiver and running with him side by side, looking at what he was looking at. And Tuscola, you know, they teach that no look stuff, you know, and every once in a while it'll burn you. I've had talks with coaches in the past, you know, about it. They say, well, you know, you look at college, you look at pros, and they do it, you know, and I have. I've looked at, and I don't see it that often. Right. I don't see them playing that kind of D on their deep backs, but they got away with one there. Hopefully it won't burn them. Yeah, we'll switch here on down.
75's a big boy for Tuscola. Who's that? We got Ashton Hastings, defensive line.
He definitely holding down his side, that's for sure.
Actually, offensive line, excuse me. We're on the offense now. 1st and 10 for Tuscola.
Nick Bates in the backfield in shotgun. Looks like first pass. Gets hit from behind. Incomplete to number 15, Austin Martin. And good pressure from the backside there on Nick Bates.
Austin Martin.
Looked like there might have been a little confusion on that route. Austin Martin actually slowed up on that route because he had number 4, Tristan Williams, out in front of him. And just looked like he kind of gave up on that route a little bit. We'll see what they come back
Shotgun
with.
trips to the left for Tuscola. A high snap again. And
He's going to...
just hit the tough throw thrown away from your body like that. I think Tuscola's offensive line got away with the clip there in the backfield. That's where they never let me off the line. That's where I played. I played offensive line and defensive line, and that's all I ever saw. So there's a little... Sullivan's crowd was reacting to maybe a clip in the back there that they got away with.
He had Tyler Hale open there over the middle, but I tell you, when you're rolling right and you're trying to throw back, you're rolling left and you're trying to throw back right, that's a pretty tough throw. He just didn't have enough to get on it.
There's a good, decent snap there. Going downfield, pass. He's got to.
There's pass interference.
Got to be pass interference. Yep.
He had 87.
Josh Knight.
Josh Knight open, had about 2 steps on his man, and when Josh went to look up for the ball, the defender just pretty much just ran him over.
Yeah, it was kind of an underthrown ball, so he's trying to come back to it. But he did it. He was open. If he would have got a little more oomph on that pass, he would have had him down in the end zone for that one.
Looked like it might have slipped in his hand a little bit. Another high snap, man. We're getting away with some high snaps.
See,
they're gonna have to. Who is that center? Number 51, I believe. Is that Benich? No, that's Stephen Gibson. Is he our center? No. Who is our center? We gotta figure this one out. We gotta find a number to blame these high snaps on, man.
See, in my day, the quarterback would come up and go, "Hey, your snaps are way too high. Get them down."
Yeah.
And I mean, he would just lay down the law on us. It looks like a
63,
63 or 64.
Micro Trammell. Yeah, Micro Trammell.
And a little shovel pass to the inside.
That's good to see. You know, the guy gets shovel pass. He runs up there. He gets tagged a couple times, and he keeps his feet moving. Got himself another 2 yards after contact. Very good effort by Cole Evans.
The center must have been listening. That was a much better snap than the first previous times.
That was.
And
Micro Trammell, that's right. He is a junior. He suffered some concussions last year playing linebacker, so just a quarterback keeper.
First down for Tuscola. No problem. Nick Bates for 7 yards, 6 yards. And it looks like maybe Tuscola's kind of wearing on Sullivan here already. Maybe the heat's getting to him a little. You would think that Tuscola with their black uniforms would be struggling a little bit more with the heat.
You're not a kid.
Shotgun with the Tristan Williams in motion. There's a flag. Be a false start on the offense.
Yeah, illegal procedure on the Warriors. So we went from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15, Luke. Ball's out here on the 40-yard line.
And a compact formation. They're keeping it in tight a little. One guy split out to the right.
Dual backfield.
Have a guy in motion. Handoff. Tristan Williams around the left side for gain of 2.
Tristan started out in the slot position over here on the right side, or the wideout position, and looked like they were trying to run a sweep with him, with Cole Evans, and
trying to get some of that speed to the outside.
See who
maybe
that other back is out there.
See if he can get that corner. Takes a handoff. Pass complete. He's still on his feet.
Nice effort.
Good
Very
work.
nice effort.
Austin Martin with the catch and continues on for the first down.
Good looking play, good looking effort by Austin.
Excellent second effort by
He's definitely one of the studs on the team this year. Austin is a senior, I do believe, this year.
Yes.
Yes, he is one of the seniors on the team, so he's one of the leaders out there. And that's what kind of effort you like to see out of your leadership, you know, that second effort.
Set the example for the younger guys. A high snap again. Nick Bates keeps it. Maybe a yard.
And, you know, I don't know if Mikey Rotrammel's a little juiced up for this game and kind of anxious, but he's definitely going to have to get those snaps down. And I haven't really seen Nick Bates or anybody go up and kind of tell him.
No.
You know, like you were talking about, you know.
Well, that's just how things were run back then. Quarterback, you know, if you high snap, he tells you, you know, get it down.
Yeah, get it down, man.
You miss a block, he gets in your face, says, don't do that again. Another pass here, a little high.
Oh, that definitely, that's sweat on the hands right there. You could just see the ball, you know, slipping out of his hands.
Sailed on him.
Yeah, sailed on him. He had him open too.
And we're gonna
Was that Tristan Williams open out there?
I believe so.
We got a holding call.
Yep.
Holding call on Tuscola. That's going to set him back. We were, what, 2nd and 9 probably, and now we're going to be 2nd and...
Ooh.
Ten-yard penalty.
2nd and 20.
Yep, 2nd and 19.
19.
20, yep.
Fakes the handoff to the middle. Nick Bates looking down the field, throws up.
Oh!
Yo.
Kind of sailed on him again. Tristan Williams tried to go up and haul it down between two Sullivan defenders. Defending on that play for the Sullivan Redskins was number 32 and 33, which was Joe Jeffers and Griffin Sullivan.
And Tristan Williams got a hand on the ball. He just needed that other hand over there to bring it in.
Yep.
Trips to the left for Tuscola to the wide side of the field. Looking to pass again. Steps up in the pocket. Throws.
Has him wide open.
Complete.
Hold on to that ball there. There that goes.
Excellent. There we go.
Tristan Williams ran a good route right over the middle.
And
Nick Bates did a little scramble and found him, zipped it right in there to him. Good play, Tuscola Warriors.
Had to maneuver a little bit there. First down. They got looks like an equipment timeout.
It was a better snap. It was a little bit off to the right, but it was down there where he could handle it.
It's amazing what that little snap does for the rest of the offense.
You're not a kidding.
And
wow, check out the new water jug Tuscola's got over there. Is that not funky looking or what?
Yeah, they just cart it out there now instead of individual water bottles.
Yeah, and they got these curly Q looking little things that they grab, and well, isn't that just something?
Whatever works.
Whatever works.
But
look like something out of the Frankenstein movie, man.
The schedules for these two teams look pretty tough. I know looking at Tuscola's schedule, they're at Unity, at Monticello, and at Central A&M for some pretty tough games. And then they have Maroa Forsyth and Central A&M back-to-back, which are two of the top conferences, two of the top teams in the Okaw Valley.
You know, getting into the Okaw, a lot of people didn't like that move. They like, you know, some people opt to just go ahead and play the smaller teams and run up a big guaranteed record to get you into the playoffs every year. And then some people opt to get into the, you know, think that it's better to play the stiffer competition, go into the playoffs at 5-4, 6-3, and then just womp those smaller teams, you know. And that's definitely what Tuscola's got before them this year. They're going to have to play some good football.
And there's a draw up the middle again to 34, Cole Evans. And I think the Sullivan crowd was after number 15, Austin Martin, for moving a little bit there in the backfield.
You know, Sullivan does really, really good at trying to strip the ball out. Every time they're tackling their players, you know, it looks like the Chicago Bears going in there for a tackle.
Right.
You know, all you got is people just trying to strip that ball and rip that ball loose.
Well, they've already created one turnover, so got to go what's working for them.
Yeah, so it's going to be, you know, with everybody hot and sweaty, it's going to be crucial that them running backs and receivers, once they catch that ball and they get it in their possession, they're going to want to wrap that ball up, you know, get two hands on that ball and protect it.
I think we had a holding penalty there on Tuscola. That'll set them back a few more. It'll be first and goal from what looks to be about the 12, 13 maybe?
12.
12.
Yep.
And there's going to be encroachment on the defense.
Yep. They got him with the snap count, which is typical Tuscola football there too, you know. They'll do that hard count, and they'll get more teams jumping than the average team will. And Nick Bates just did a very good job at selling that. And so now they're going to be on the, the 8-yard line. First and goal at the 8.
About 3 minutes, 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Tuscola on the 8, looking to score.
Looks like we got trips right. One guy out there solo all by himself on the left.
And there's going to be an illegal procedure again, I believe, on Tuscola.
Yeah, Nick took the quarterback keeper, tried to go up the middle with it, but looked like some movement. Yeah, illegal movement. You know, it might have been him going to that snap.
I
think they finally called it. He was trying to get that arena football head start,
yeah.
man.
That big 20-yard sprint you are allowed to have to get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. If that's not called, that's a benefit.
Right. And we'll go back to first and goal from the, what was that, 13?
Back to the 13.
The 13, backed them up again. And we'll try it all over again. Still first down, though, so.
We got Knight spread out to the right. We got Tristan Williams out to the left with Tristan Williams in motion to the left.
And another penalty here coming up.
Tyler Hale is that other wide receiver out there we see.
Illegal procedure again on Tuscola. So Tuscola going in the wrong direction here.
Good news is it's still first down.
Take something positive away from it. It's still first down.
It's still first down. So we got 4 downs to get this thing in the end zone from what is now the 19-yard line.
And if you're a passing team that's good, it opens up the field a little bit for more options. And a little bit high into the left on that snap. Pass
right through his hands.
Josh Knight drops a pass right into his catching pocket there under the chin.
If he would have caught that, we would have been second down and 8. That was at the 8-yard line. Right through his hands. He's got the gloves on, but might have a little perspiration coming through those gloves.
When it's this humid out, that sweat's going to go right through everything you're wearing.
Yeah, it does. I just golfed today, and I'm telling you, the sweat goes through everything.
Yeah.
It was a challenge to hold on to the golf club today. Very humid out here tonight. Very humid. I'd say the temperature's probably down to 83, 84 degrees right now, probably.
Yeah, I would say around there. Not much of a breeze. I mean, maybe a slight one here and there. So conditions look pretty good for passing the ball. Talking about Sullivan. Sullivan finished in the middle of their side last year. I believe they're in the black half of the Okaw Valley, and they have a tough schedule themselves. Moreau, Forsyth, Central A&M, and Unity, and Monticello all back-to-back games. So they have 4 games in a row against some of the top teams of their conference.
So you'd know they'd like to carry the momentum of an opening, day win.
Oh yeah.
Going into that schedule. Tuscola, they haven't got a slouch schedule themselves. We're going to have to play good football to go 5-4, 6-3, and get to the playoffs this year.
Well, that's what I liked about the Okaw Valley. Most teams you're going to have to play in that conference. You're going to have to play well in order to get your wins to get into the playoffs.
Just for the weather bugs out there, it's still 88 degrees. Woo!
Wishful thinking on our part.
Yeah. It's that sun going down. Makes you feel like it's cooler.
And snaps a little high again. Good pass.
Over the middle, wide
touchdown.
Open. Hey, he didn't drop it this time.
Josh Knight with a touchdown catch. Excellent pass.
Excellent pass. Caught him he was split out to the left. Ran a deep slant to the middle of the field. Nick threw a strike right in his numbers. He wasn't going to drop that one. He couldn't drop that one.
He was wide open. Excellent route, excellent pass.
First touchdown of the year for Josh Knight and the Tuscola Warriors.
Not a bad snap either. Wasn't too bad.
Not too bad.
We got to throw that in there.
Who do we got kicking extra points here? Evan Sutton. Evan Sutton on for the extra point. Zach Bates holding.
Kick is up, and it looked good from here. No, curl to the left.
Curl to the left. That's, you know, whenever you see a kick go up off the field that's been held and it's doing a spiral, it's not
the kick you want to see.
Not the kick you want to see. That thing was spiraling like a punt, but it almost got in there. I think he just must have missed it by a couple feet because our angle it looked like it went through there, but. The referee was standing right underneath the upright, had a very good eye on it, and I'm sure he had a lot better look at it than what we did.
Oh, yeah, guaranteed. And score, 3 minutes left to go. Tuscola 6, Sullivan 0. And it's been kind of a slow start to the game here. Both teams coming out, you know, the jitters. People are starting to shake it off. You might see after this quarter it might pick up a little bit, or maybe they're starting to figure each other out, and it's going to just be a grinded-out, tough game.
Yeah, you know, Tuscola definitely opened it up on that series there, and they started throwing the ball down the field a little bit from their spread offense, and got back right into the run. What do they call that? The gun run offense that they run, which is definitely a spread offense. And we'll see if Sullivan might not do the same thing because you know Sullivan is known for their spread offense too. And so we'll see how it goes. Sullivan
has number 22, Jaden Tabor, and number 27, Jake Eaton back to receive the kickoff. Last time it was kind of a little pooch kick off to towards our side of the field and out of bounds. And this one's a little more straight down the...
Yep, Sutton got that one straight down the field.
And they're going to attempt the return. And he's down on the 25-yard line. There was a flag over here by us.
83, Zach Bates wrapped him up first and then slowed him up enough and came off of him. And then 33, Keegan Kibler came in and cleaned that up for Tuscola. Zach almost had him down and then flew off of him, and he was still going, and Keenan came in and put a pretty good lick on him and took him down.
Good coverage on the kickoff. He didn't really have very many options to go with that. And Sullivan gets penalized. They had a sideline infraction. They had guys on the field, and they'll take a penalty for that. First and 10 for Sullivan in their shotgun. Frericks hands off to number 27, Jake Eaton, for no gain.
Number 66, Austin Benich. Wrapped him up, stopped him. And it's a good thing you get your forward progress because Austin dumped him about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage after that play was over, so he did a pretty good job. Austin's another one of those seniors that they're going to, you know, count on for the leadership. So you like to see your senior linebackers hitting like that.
And again, Tuscola's defense is just much quicker, it seems, to the ball than Sullivan's offensive line is to protect. And there's a flag. There'll be a false start, it looked like, on the O-line for Sullivan.
Number 12, Griffin Day, shot in there. Bit on the fake handoff. He was actually in a position he probably could have tackled two people at the same time, but he took the ball runner, which was the smart thing to do. You know, that's what the quarterback showed. But it was all for naught. Penalty on Sullivan. Puts the ball on the 20, Luke, with second down and 11.
And they got two guys out to the right and one to the left on the near sideline here towards us. High snap, a handoff again. He gets a little more room for about, I would say, about 5 yards, 4 or 5 yards on that carry for Jake Eaton. And he's had his ups and downs so far. He's had a couple of good runs, and then he's been stuffed a few times.
Yep, Cole Evans showed very good pursuit from that corner, that outside linebacker position.
I noticed that Tuscola's backs don't play up very much. They're really far back, so they can do that no look, as opposed to playing closer to the line. That allows them to do that little sideline pass that they were doing earlier.
Trips formation to the right.
A spin move by Frericks, and he is
Whoa, there we
down.
go. There we go. Martin comes in, takes him down, gets a little help from number 52, Clayton Turner. But that was all Austin Martin. He hit him so hard he knocked his helmet off. Finished the tackle with his helmet off, so very good play by Austin Martin. Read that play very well.
And another 4 and out for Sullivan. Frericks kind of had nowhere to go, and Tuscola's pursuit of the ball was extraordinary on that play. He really just, as soon as he did that little spin move in the backfield, he had nowhere to go.
Yep. Back to punt for Sullivan is Jordan Cuthill.
Yep, he's going to be ruled down because it's going to be a safety.
Number 15, Peyton Hagerman is the punter.
It was a low snap. He had to go down to his knee to grab the snap, and in high school football, when your knee touches the ground, you are down. So a safety for Tuscola, 2 more points for them, and they will receive the kickoff as well. With 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter, it is 8-0 Tuscola.
Well, we've had one bad snap on Tuscola result in a turnover, and you can pretty much classify that as a turnover when the snap is on the ground to the point where your punter has to go down and touch his knee to the ground at the same time touching the ball, resulting in a safety. So I'm sure Sullivan's coach isn't very happy with that series.
And I mean, it's a mistake. You got to look at it as a mistake. But Sullivan's sideline has just, since the beginning of the game when they were fired up, they were pretty fired up to come out here. They've really toned it down quite a bit over here, and we get the vantage point to see them. Their excitement has kind of left a little bit.
Yes, it has. Sullivan's head coach this year is Charles Brown. His defensive coordinator is Ross Forlines.
I mean, Sullivan has no reason to be down right now. They still have 3 quarters to play, and they're only down 8-0.
Absolutely.
There's plenty of time for them to come back and make this a good ball game, or even, turn it around and come up and try and show Tuscola up on their home field. I mean, home opener for Tuscola. After the season last year where they didn't make the playoffs for the first time in such a long time, that's got to be a bummer for most of those kids over there who are, turning senior, turning juniors. I mean, they look at that as a slap in the face to them because it's almost a tradition for Tuscola to make it that far.
Absolutely. The last 18 years of juniors and seniors, have made it to the playoffs, so I'm sure they're feeling like they've let the football heritage down in the town. And so they're wanting to come out and play some inspired football this year for sure. We talked about that before the game started. And so far they are, I mean, we got some high snaps going on. We've had some motion going on, but you're going to see that in the first game of the year. But for the most part of it, Tuscola's got some pretty good composure that I see out there. Seniors are leading like they should be, Benich and Martin.
Some great leadership, on the second efforts by Martin and Tristan Williams for the catches and the extra yards after the catch. And Sullivan is getting ready to kick off here. It's going to be a punt.
Tristan Williams is on this side. Looks like the ball is going to go out of bounds. And they're going to mark it right around the 30-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from Tuscola's own 30-yard line for the Warriors.
I think they're going to do it
just past it.
Just past
29.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're calling it 30.
Okay.
Looks like he's beyond it to me.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
A little bit.
So, all right, we'll see if Tuscola can turn this offensive series into another score here, as their defense comes off of a good series, resulting in a safety, and their offense came off the field last time with a touchdown.
Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by the Villa Grove State Bank, the Tuscola National Bank, State Farm John Davis, Dick's Pharmacy, State Bank of Arthur, First State Bank of Tuscola, Atkinson Construction right here in Tuscola, Gilla's True Value out of Villa Grove, Floyd's Barbershop, Longview State Bank, Hillard Agency, and the Dutch Kitchen. Thank you for sponsoring Douglas County Digest's broadcast tonight.
And here we go again, Tuscola in the shotgun. A lot of shotgun formation. You haven't seen, I don't think we've seen one up under the center yet, have we?
Uh-oh.
Reversal, ball's on the ground.
Get the ball. They get ready to recover.
Sullivan recovers.
Well, it kind of started with an awkward snap, and then Zach Bates just pitched the ball to Tristan Williams.
Threw it behind him
Tristan
a little.
Williams, right?
Yeah.
Tristan Williams, who it kind of went off his, behind him on his, one of those throw it behind you over your shoulders, and that's a tough one to handle, especially in this humidity.
And when you're going the opposite way.
Right, and going the opposite way, and the ball got on the ground, and rather than just trying to smother it, Tristan tried to pick it up. Mm-hmm. And by that time, the Sullivan Redskins just swarmed with the ball, and they did recover that fumble for the second turnover of the night for Tuscola.
Try to do a little too much. You hear that a lot in college. They say the players try and do too much. They try and pick it up instead of just playing it safe and keeping the possession.
Yeah. Yep, it was a busted play. Drop down, get on the ball. Live to fight another day. Oh, my.
A nice.
Cole Evans came in there and just absolutely tackled the line, his blocker and the running back. And the blocker is slow to get up.
I think he got the blocker before he got the back.
I think he did. Number 59, Brock Cook for Sullivan, really took a hit by Cole Evans. Bull rushing from that linebacker position. I tell you, that shows his athleticism and how tough that kid is,
Yeah.
Talking to some of the coaches before the game started, they said Cole is a stud. He's been playing inspired football during the practices leading up to the season, and he's a junior. He's ready to do something, obviously.
Yeah. And that buzzer was the sound of the end of the first quarter. The score is Tuscola 8, Sullivan at 0.